talking about sleep and ergonomics. Everyone comes into my office and asks, how am I supposed to sleep? So I'm going to go over the do's and don'ts of what to do. First and foremost, we got to set some ground rules. If you can only get sleep in a certain position, my train of thought is sleep is always more important than not getting any sleep at all. You also might set yourself up in these positions and end up in something completely different, which is totally fine too. It's the effort that counts. So start where you can and then end up where you go. The biggest thing is when we sleep for 8 hours a day, and if we're doing it in an improper position, it can add so much tension, stress into our lower, upper, and cause a lot of issues. So getting good sleeping ergonomics now can make a huge difference later. So we are already going to knock out stomach sleeping. Stomach sleeping is awful for your body and puts a lot of pressure in different areas. If you have to stomach sleep, I would prop your middle body up with a body pillow so it's a little bit higher so you have more room for hips and shoulders and neck to come forward versus being so squished. So I'm going to go through on your back and side sleeping and what to do. First off, let's go with what not to do. So I'm going to start on my side. And what we mostly tend to do is we lay on our side and we let our shoulders compress and we let our hips compress and pull all the way forward. And we're like, this is so comfy. But what it's doing is it's putting a lot of pressure into shoulders and a lot of pressure into hips. So the biggest thing we want to think about is being more neutral. Is my head high enough to support my whole shoulder? So I would actually need to increase my height of a pillow to be able to accommodate my shoulder. So when I lay down and my shoulder can freely lay, that's a good height. Next, I don't want to have compression and pulling forward from my opposite shoulder. So that's where I hug a pillow here. And I can be neutral shoulders without it pulling forward and causing more tension. Lastly, hip. We don't want hip pulling down just like we didn't want opposite shoulder pulling down. So all we have to do is add a pillow in the middle. So when I'm laying here, I see my hips are neutral supported. My shoulders are neutral supported, and then my neck neutral supported versus pulling down and adding more tension. An easy tip is just get a long body pillow that you can put between your shoulders as well as your lower back in order to be in a good position. Awesome. Let's go into the back. So typically what most individuals will do is we stack up our pillow and we go ahead and lay really compressed. What this does is puts the head in a lot of forward flexion, puts a lot of strain on shoulders, and pulls us again into this forward posture that we're in all day anyways. Easy fix is we remove one of the pillows, so I have a much more open posture. I'm supported, especially in the neck, but my head can naturally fall back, and I am supporting the curve in my neck. Feels great. For lower though, a lot of people will just leave their legs flat. But an easy way to take pressure off the lower back is just to slip a pillow below your knees. This takes pressure off the back, brings ease into the full system where I can nap comfortably, hands here, and let that be. Those are my two favorite options to start with when sleeping. Obviously, everyone's different. Everyone's body is built different. So you're gonna need different pillows, different props. So it's truly a dance trying to figure out what works specifically for you. But if you can get this tuned in, your body will thank you tenfold for being able to take off 8 hours of stress and bring in 8 hours of ease. Good luck sleeping.